Hello and welcome to another edition of Talking Naughty with Capt Frank. So today we're going to be talking about your electronics. 10 tips on how to save your electronics. Maintaining your electronics not only provides more bang for your initial purchasing buck, but it also increases reliability while extending the time between replacement. Here's 10 simple tips on how to save your electronics and keep them operating at peak efficiency. But before we go any further, if you enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and share with all your friends and all the people you hate too. And also, be sure to check out our new membership section. I've put together a couple of membership levels, just trying it out. Please take a look and see if one of those levels meets your needs, and if it doesn't and you feel that something else needs to be added, please let me know. Tip number 1, protect your electronics by mounting them where they're easy to view and operate, but are shielded from the elements to the greatest extent possible. Salt water and sunlight combine to make the marine environment particularly brutal with regards to maintaining electronics. If your electronics are mounted in an exposed location, provide them with suitable covers. If your electronics are located in an exposed area, store easily removed electronics below decks or even ashore when possible. This will protect them both from the environment and from thieves. Tip number 2, never use a hose to rinse off your electronics. Even gear rated as being waterproof can easily be damaged by spraying them with a pressurized hose. Indirect spray from a post-trip rinse down can also cause problems, such as that inadvertent stream that soaks less water-resistant gear normally protected from the elements. Always remove your electronics. Don't forget to protect all plugs and connectors, or make sure they're adequately covered prior to washdown. Tip number 3, clean your electronics regularly, but do it correctly. Dust, dirt, grime can cause problems with buttons and screens and even watertight seals. Never use glass cleaner or harsh chemicals to clean display monitors. Most feature special coatings to enhance viewing quality that can be easily damaged if the wrong cleaner is used. Clean displays using a soft microfiber cloth, clean water, or optics cleaner specifically designed for use on anti-glare coatings. And always verify compatibility of any cleaner with the equipment manufacturer prior to use. In other words, if you've got a cleaner that you want to try on your electronics, always shoot the manufacturer's tech support section an email or text, or give them a call and see if it's compatible with your electronics. Tip number 4, verify each piece of equipment is provided its own properly sized fuse or breaker. Treat recurrent blown fuses as a symptom rather than the problem. Low batteries or bad connections will often cause a fuse to blow. Never try to fix the situation by replacing blown fuses with those of a higher amperage than called for by the manufacturer. Doing so can damage your electronics or even cause a fire due to wire overheating if enough current is present. Now is also a good time to verify that you have plenty of spare fuses on board for each piece of equipment. A good reference for this type of electronics troubleshooting was covered in my previous Talking Naughty with Capt Frank, inspecting your onboard electrical systems, and I'll include the link in the description below. Tip number 5, turn off your electronics prior to removing any chart cards or other storage devices. Popping out a chart card with the unit running can cause anything from system lockups to accidental deletion of your waypoints. Additionally, always use the on and off button each time you turn off your electronics. Never use a circuit breaker to remotely turn off a piece of gear or a piece of electronics. Number 6, inspect all connectors, terminal strips, and fuse holders regularly for problems such as loose screws, broken wires, and corrosion. Bad connections cause more problems with electronics than any other issue. Corrosion causes resistance, which in turn creates a wide variety of problems from low equipment voltage to fires. Apply dielectric grease or corrosion inhibitor after cleaning connections to help prevent corrosion. Tip number 7, download the latest software updates. Updating your electronics charts and digital data, marina information, points of interest, etc. will increase both your cruising safety and convenience. Tip number 8, familiarize yourself with the entire installation of each piece of electronics gear. Many modern electronics have hidden components located in some out-of-the-way space or locker. Learn where these are and make sure they're kept protected from damage due to wax from loose gear, bilge water, or whatever. Never store metal objects near electronic compass sensors or magnetic compasses for that matter. Cell phones, tools, canned goods, even metal-coated hangers and jacket zippers can all induce compass error. Tip number 9, check your antennas for possible degradation. Many complaints boaters typically attribute to their electronics, poor VHF transmission and reception, funky GPS fixes and the like, can often be traced to your faulty antenna systems. Look for loose or corroded RF connectors, as well as damaged or improperly routed cables, which can induce unwanted noise and interference. Weatherproof all exposed connectors using vulcanizing or self-fusing tapes and a coating of liquid electrical tape on top of that, or some other suitable product, sealing product, will go a long way towards preventing corrosion of your external connectors. Remove, check, and retape these connectors annually as part of your regularly scheduled maintenance program. In other words, you're going to seal these connectors up with vulcanizing tape, coat them with liquid electrical tape, and then cut it off, check them every year, just to make sure you don't have any corrosion or any moisture intrusion there that can cause corrosion. You can also monitor the health of your VHF antenna system by installing an inline forward reflected power meter. They're available at most marine chandleries or online for like less than $75. And finally, tip number 10, when all else fails, read the manual. You'll be amazed at the amount of information most manufacturers pack in their your owner's manual to assist you, the consumer. Installation instructions, operation and troubleshooting tips, it's all in there. And a visit to the company website can also yield a bonanza of information, from the latest equipment updates to the lifeline of all do-it-yourselfers, the contact info for tech assist. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you got to stay tuned for the next one, because on the next Talking Naughty with Capt Frank, we're going to be talking about rafting up, the art of rafting up, how to do it properly and still remain friends in the morning after the raft up. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, and you want to buy Capt Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the thanks button below this video. All tips received, not spent on coffee, will be used to improve my YouTube channel and create even more awesome videos.